Sorry, we're doing a tequila walk, but I got no shirt on, you know. I'm so busy running around all the time. So we're just getting a couple more motors wrapped up. Bill's been working on this 460 for a Lincoln that's in the back. This is a big 572 for a Camaro / Firebird, we call it, next door. So that's going to be crazy power on that one. So, and this one we're still waiting on this one to get it into the other 70 split bumper, which we should be doing in the next few days, hopefully. Sandy brought back this blue Bronco. He wants us to do all the braided lines under the hood. And I think we're going to powder coat the intake tubes for the turbos. That's sort of next up. I think he's thinking about putting it in the Toronto International Show in March. So, and then the orange one's coming along pretty good, but we'll get to that one in the back. We've got some problems. You can't get that quarter glass for these cars. The base piece that supports the glass is being made out of pot metal, and they break. They just can't take the weight and the movement. So we're trying to laser something out to prop those up, and then we can put the interior in because it's all wired and ready to go. We've got all the front pieces on it. We've got the interior already, so this is another one that we'd like to ship out hopefully before the snow gets real bad. We're also working on the GTO's down right now, but it's the exhaust is all mocked up underneath, and we're just waiting for the rear tires because on this one he wanted to go with the Kraggers. They're 15 by 10s, so he wants the old school look of the 70s, you know, where the car was jacked up higher in the back, the wheel was sticking outside of the quarter. And I think Bill is just putting on the lower trim, or mocked it in place. Yeah. So he's just put it in, he's just pointing out wheel well trims in, lowers are just getting fixed up. And then once the back rims are on, we can finish the exhaust where it comes around the springs. What else are we waiting for? Bill, couple of rollers for the back glass, quarter glass, like small stuff, you know, $20 parts, right? So, and then we've got the rest of it to go together. You finished all the dash on this, right?
The dash, a new dash with the new steering wheel. Just double check to see.
Yeah, he's mocking up all the pieces for the, so Chris is making up panels, armrests. Did we figure out what we're doing for stereo on this thing?
He wants a big system, 6x9s in the back.
Oh, okay.
6 inches and a big amp in the back. So
right.
He wants Alpine.
But it's coming along nicely. I'll take you around to the back, show you some of the other stuff. As you can see, sometimes it takes a lot of stuff going on and off of a car. Prime example is this Buick. So Mike's been working on that. He's put these small purple lights in the portals. We've had the bumper on and off because there's a few other issues there. The bumper, some of the aftermarket stuff just doesn't fit. So he had to make up all the lasered out the bracketry and everything for the front. So it's coming along pretty good. There's not too far off. There's the actual bumper assembly there. You see how big it is. We're working on that, and then we got to paint the inners in the engine bay. It's always a big laundry list of stuff to do. We have a new addition, Tony here, and his background is a lot of electrical and stuff, so we've got quite a bit of work for him to do. I'll show you with the Bronco. So big motor for a small engine bay. Right? So we've got the fact that we've got it ready and test fired it already, which is great. So we're just working on a bunch of little stuff right now, air intakes and there's not a lot of room, as you can see here. So normally there's a big box end here for the air intake. So we're going to have to make something else up. We've made the ports and everything here, but we're going to have to add that in here. There's just not enough room. That's typical when you're jamming big motors in small spaces, right? But the front looks real good. Got all the Ford logos, markers, got the LED lights, everything in. It's looking pretty sharp. And then we have this gem. That's going to be the General Lee. So we've got it up here now to get it ready to start working on the body for the paint. This is for the Chevelle. This is going to be so the guy's made up a really nice little insert in there, the SS insert. This car is going to have a crazy one of Pat Moosey's motors, which he's combined with Edelbrock now on a bunch of stuff. It's a 555 cubic inch, big horsepower motor, so another crazy one. So we got the back rubber I got to pick up. We've been mocking up, making bracketry for the big wing on the back of this thing. And the rear tires and stuff are in now. So we'll be able to do some mocking up, and then we'll finalize the numbers on the back spacing on the rims and tires for this car. We think our guy out at Shot Wheels is going to do them for us. So they're pretty big rim. You know, obviously you see the extra width in it. So, and there's still a ton of body work to do on it. And then the GM in the corner, we're just finishing tweaking the gaps under the hood. So it's got a nice finish on it. We ended up moving the hinges from the side to the firewall, and of course that changed how it closed. So what's happening is they've tacked in a quarter bar, like a 1/4 inch round bar. They're going to flatten that all out, and that's going to take up that big gap, because all the other gaps are really good on it, and we like that, you know, tight fit to it. So this will be nice. This will all be filled in. We're just finishing that, and then we can start doing the final body work on it. We'll get it into paint. What you doing? Scare you?
Yeah, just tinkering with the Cudas.
Yeah.
Trying to get it fired up this week. But there's so many little things to get done on this. Yeah.
A lot of big pieces for a little car.
There is. Yeah. Trying to retain all that factory stuff and coolant bottles, making brackets for all the fuse panels, coolant tanks, and making sure we got clearance for this new big, what are they, 20s on the front here?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen the new rims yet, but got new rims for them too. And
The what are we doing for a decision on the air conditioning? Going to go with the aftermarket?
What we're going to do is we're going to try to order the factory heater box for it with the AC lines. The factory AC has a bunch of hard lines on it,
Right.
and fitting in the 2020 Challenger Hellcat, it's no problem. But with this one here, we're tight for room. So the bends on this hit the firewall and just interfere with the pedals.
Right.
So we're going to try to contact an AC shop, have them cut these here.
Right.
Because this is kind of neat. It's a double tube line that goes into one.
Right.
So we thought this was a single wall tube, but there's actually a smaller tube inside of this tube.
Right.
I guess it's a new way of them just kind of
Fishing it through.
making more room and stuff. So we're going to try to put some flared fittings with some flex hose on here so we can move this around inside the cab. 'Cause
Right.
right now it's stationary where it wants to be, and that's it. And we need more room. So try to get some flex hose on this, put that AC unit where we need it to be, and if we get the factory heater box, because he's got all his touch screen there, then his factory controls can work all off the touch
Right.
screen. So
Yeah, I don't know if we mentioned it before. We're going to scan the dashboard and 3D print a custom piece around the gauge cluster. So that's sort of next up, and we will farm the 3D printer part out, but we are in the middle of looking at buying one for here, as well as a couple other mills and stuff. So that'll really help us as far as timing, as far as building stuff. So those are the beautiful, another set of Shot Wheels from our guys in California. It's like a small split spoke. Great people to deal with.
pretty nice looking. And then
Yeah,
I don't know
if
if
you
you've
look
seen
here-
the
if you look-
spindles yet or not, but
Yeah, so those are the custom spindles that we imaged and then made it so that you can use the original Hellcat or Challenger, I guess I'll call it, Challenger hub and cartridge. So this will work on multiple different cars. Like we could use it pretty much for anything that they're putting Hellcat drivetrains in, from Chargers to
Charger, Challenger, 300Cs.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything in
Yeah.
the Chrysler lineup. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The polishing came out on really good on it. We can mount the big bare brakes on it as well.
On the other side, we actually have a caliper if you want
yeah.
to check that out.
We can do that. And then it took a lot of finagling, put it that way. A lot of time and finagling to come up with that, but this kit will work with a whole front clip. You know, if you want the mounts with the Hemi mounts in it, the modern one with these spindles, we could do all that. Different racks. You can use Mustang style racks or the actual Challenger rack. So this is all the stuff that takes the time, though. Oh yeah, you can see the caliper through there. I mean, it just gives you an idea of the size, right? And you can see the welding's been done in for the flush mount for the glass. And we had to take part of the inner of the hood apart to make this thing fit. The inner cage, so it never stops, right? This is all the work that goes into them, and then we blow it all apart and start working on the body. Luckily, the body on this car is in pretty damn good shape, considering. So most of the money on these kind of builds goes towards all the ingenuity of making it all work, But he'll be driving this one next year, once we get through the winter here.
You see how close the tolerance is on the
Oh,
brake
it's
calipers?
insane.
It's crazy.
It's like
2-3 mil maybe. Eh?
yeah. It's
You don't want to put your finger in there.
no, yeah.
Ask me how I know.
Ask him how he knows. Spare fingertip. So this is motor and everything's out of this, so it's going into the back to get it all smoothed out, and then that frame is going a nugget silver, and it's going to look really sharp because a lot of the suspension accent pieces will be the candy blue, so over top. So we're actually using the silver underneath with the blue on top in certain parts of it, so it'll have a nice offset on it. We just got to move a few things to get it down to the back again. Yeah, so these two are going to go next door, and then when the GTO's done and the Cobra and a couple other things, we're going to get it moved up into here, so we'll be able to clean all this up right now because it's just so much stuff. You almost need 2 spots for every car, as you can see, right? Because of all the parts and pieces. I hope you enjoyed the mini tour, and we don't get to do another one before Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody from all the guys at Radical, and hope you have a nice Christmas and a New Year. We'll see you next 2025.